Akai tries to push in Chao and then gets a kick on, but look at that knockout!
Oh
And
my
the
goodness.
ultimate from Lolita, that was a clean team fight. But the Minoan Fury tries to counter, but it did not change anything. Bren Victress will focus on the turret in Philippines.
And there you go.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. It is FSL Elite. I'm Eduardo. This is Kaisa. We are right into the draft pick.
Yes.
Continuing from what we have just now.
Yes, indeed. And as we can see in here, pretty standard ban still for the side of Bren Esports securing that Kimi,
No,
as
that
well
this time
as
around.
the Grup. And this time we can see the bans of Team Grumpy now banning out the Claude. Because I think the bug happened during this almost to the second phase of the banning phase. So we can now see in here them banning this Claude out.
Yep, this time around there will be no of that. It's going to be the Guinevere. It will be it's a stronger mage compared to Odette. So right now, two marksmen being banned out. So who
yes,
are they
indeed. Granger, we've seen Granger from the nationals of each of the countries, but you know, Granger, we can't say that this is like an OP marksman hero, just like what the Kimi can, as well as the Kari can do. But then again, Kimi already onto the side of the Bren Esports. What do we have left? Will it be a Leslie or a Hanabi?
In my opinion, they might not go for
A marksman
composition. They'll go for a double fighter, one mage, two tanks.
Yes, but that kind of setup, sometimes you really want to end the game as fast as possible, up to the mid game only. Because if you make it up to the late game time where you don't have a marksman in your composition, you know, it's gonna be very harder for you to make a push or go for an objective.
That's true, that's true. We're going for a Gord right here. Double mage composition.
Oh my Gord!
Oh my Gord indeed. Coming out from Singapore, Grumpy opts to go for a Gord and Guinevere composition. Guinevere is more a fighter, along with Leomont. They're more on your face, and Gord will be happily shooting lasers from behind.
Yes, but the Gord has to be very careful on the Chu or the potential marks assassin that Bren Esports has to pick in the form of the Harley as well as the Chu. You know, a good cover up on the back line will be also be very helpful for the side of Grumpy.
Yes.
Because, well, having that sprint might not be enough.
And everybody on Bren Esports are able to, they're quite mobile. They're able to get to the back line really quickly.
No retribution onto the side of Grumpy right now.
Good pickup right there. So a little bit dangerous for their own jungle.
Yes.
Two retreats.
Look at that.
Sports going on the offensive on the top side of the map. Grumpy just struggling with the jungle invade right here as they don't have the retribution to try to go in.
Yes, and it got stolen, I think, by the red team, Bren Esports. Just a little bit of safety at least. No casualties happened from that team fight and that aggression that Bren Esports Victress has made. But you can see in here, it's paying off well. Like, they built a composition that can go aggressive as they want.
That's true. And 1 minute and a game pause coming out from both sides of the map.
Not too sure which side, but anyway, probably in this 1 minute game time that we have, it's coming from Bren. Probably it's the audio issue again.
Some technical issues coming out from Bren Esports, but it's fine. We're just gonna
we gotta wait for them.
Let's talk about the team composition that we have right here. No retributions, two retributions coming out from Bren Victress. So
there's a huge difference in terms of their capability to jungle.
Yeah, they can take their buffs and take their own jungle, and most importantly, the crab. the money crab.
Yes, and that gives a lot. Like securing that crab alone is gonna give you a boot. I mean, the shoes for your.
Yeah. There's a lot of goal on the line here, and Bren Esports seems to be understanding their composition a little bit better currently, and securing spells that that will get them ahead in terms of the game.
Okay, I think what can what can Grumpy do in here? I mean, I'm trying to understand, basing on the composition that they made and not having that retribution at all on their lineup. I'm trying to understand what they have actually planned to do. Might they be planning to just go for a a no engage type? But they got a Minotaur and a Kufra, and they are good initiators, but
they have good combos if they set it up right. They have the Mino and Fury. They have the Gord with the ultimate. Big lasers coming out.
Right.
They're more team fight oriented.
Right.
Maybe they want to use their spells more on the team fight side.
And yes, happily we'll be resuming on to this first game for our second series for today. Once again, Bren Esports Victress versus Grumpy, representing each other country from the Philippines as well as Singapore and Malaysia. Meantime, it is still 0-0 score. No casualties, no turrets down. As we can see, no one actually has been made it up to the 4th level. No one has the ultimates that they need.
That's true, but we do see 3.2k versus 2.6k in terms of the goal advantage. That's what we've been talking about. The crab, the buff, and eventually the total they'll be spawning soon.
Managing to cut minion waves as well as stealing the buff away from Team Grumpy. That actually has paid so well for the side of Bren Esports Victress. 34 seconds from now, the turtle's gonna go up. Definitely that will be the next contestation point for both of the teams. And a lot of catching up, even by this 2-minute game time already by Team Grumpy. But we gotta take notice their capability to deal a lot of crowd control. Which I think just needed to be followed up by the damage. Free hit that might come up from that Gord.
And now we do see Cho already clearing the wave and clearing the money crab. For the wave to be cleared, he will be able to rotate top side and eventually gank mid lane.
Yes, good position so far by Team Bren Esports. I wonder what they're actually doing right now, but a face check incoming by the Kufra. Let's see if they're going to be initiating on this one. Preparing, try to get the back line in here. Lu getting crowd control, but a secure onto the red team for the turtle. There you go. The Akai, or rather the Minotaur, going for the target on the back line as well. But it's kind of messy at the moment. One kill will go to the side of the blue team. First blood actually went onto the Minotaur, but not yet done as they try to find more casualties. More kills going onto the blue side. Maddie trying to back away, being chased by Joyce. There you go, my horse is gonna kill you down, but no, back to safety.
Minotaur did not even have the ultimate. He was level 3, and I'm quite surprised how that turned out. Except Bren or Victress getting the total for themselves. But the team fight, turned out to be on the Singaporean side.
I think what paid off well on that part was Grumpy's Kufra targeting the back line.
The core of the back line. And although they did secure the total, they kind of lost the team fight. Their back line is a little bit nervous.
Yes, indeed. And Chu was actually just happily trying to clear off the waves onto the one lane part of the map. But I think we gotta see what is happening on the bot lane now. I think there you go, a good pressure by the Leomert as well as the Kufra. IV forced to just tower hog for the meantime. And
we have another pause.
Another pause.
Who's gonna be? Who are we gonna blame this time?
Oh, okay, the Kufra. Is this a blame game? Actually, Kufra's name. Oh, okay. We gotta see it. But anyway, while we're waiting for that, guys, we do have a giveaway on the stream. 20 codes will be given away for you guys today, and there will be more tomorrow because 30 codes. Asphaloth. Alright, Asphaloth is the name of the Kufra, just so you guys know. Okay, going back to what I was trying to say, giveaways is happening
giveaways
today.
are available on the Facebook stream and all the other platforms that are available. You have Gamely, you have Nemo.
Yeah, we got a lot actually. Bigo Live even.
Bigo Live, Cube TV, and Streamcraft.
Yes.
So if you guys happen to be watching right here on the stream, you guys are able to get codes for skins or possibly other freebies.
Yes, plus more tomorrow, because apart from codes that will give you random chests, tomorrow there will be more, because there will be additional 5 skins. So you just watch out, not only the gameplays of this all-girls team, but also what our admin will be putting up onto the live.
That's right.
So just yeah, I guess we can mention about the Autoban heroes.
And the heroes that are banned right now, it's Terizla, which is the hero that just came out recently, and Zaz, because
overpowered at the moment. I can
Zaz is overpowered, really?
Yeah, the damage is just so real at the moment. Like, if you got into that area wherein she got the what do you call that? The creature, the monster,
his own
that
minion.
he spawns. It's the damage.
I have a very good
much.
idea how to counter that.
How go.
Jawhead, throw into the tower. Just Jawhead, just throw that into the tower, and you're done.
You're done. But Jawhead, speaking of Jawhead,
because he's going inside the ultimate, right? So Jawhead can just throw that into the tower, and he'll be in a bad position.
Well,
that might be good.
That might be good, but that's not gonna happen for today, since
It's
today
out,
and tomorrow, since this hero is actually already banned out, just to give security to all of the heroes. I mean, the players and teams that we have right now, and to make things fair.
The game has resumed, and let's check out the game. The goal advantage right here is on Bren Victress' side, but the team fight ran pretty well for Grumpy.
Yes, to having that 2-0 right now.
You see a little bit of aggression on the top side. 3 mana for Grumpy. 3 women.
3 women. 3 women. I guess they would understand if we make use of men. I mean, in general, we can use that.
Yeah,
or you want to say human?
Let's 3 players. 3 players. 2 players on the top side. But the rotations, just getting the buffs right now and waiting for the second turtle spawn. 8.4 to 8.9k gold. It's pretty even after the team fights, despite the jungle invades in the early game.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Kufra going aggressive once more onto that Kimi, even though that Kimi is actually in between turrets. She doesn't mind for as long as she shove away that Kimi, not allowing that Kimi to go online. But will they go for a team fight? Maddie actually trying to back away. Of course, wall hug. Wall hug for the Grok because of the passive that it can give to him.
That's right, and especially now, I'm looking at like in terms of dominance for the map. I feel like Grumpy is doing a really good job trying to stop Bren Victress trying to open up the map for Grok. Grok is just constantly backing away because you have Minotaur.
Oh, the wall, unfortunately, that didn't lock in the Minotaur. Look at the towers at the moment, but something might happen in the bottom lane part of the map, but a face check is already given. Chu can already see what a position in the turtle lane. Oh, the Minoan Fury, but unfortunately no follow-up. Minotaur will fall down.
But the focus is on the bottom side of the map. Kufra and Gwyneth are already trying to take the tower down against Cho. Cho has to back off really quickly, and another jungle away coming in from Bren Victress.
This is like a counter objective for both of the teams right now. If you take the turtle, we're gonna take your turret.
That's right. It's a trade. It's more of a trade coming in from both sides. They're trying to get as much as one advantage on their side right here.
Oh, there you go. And engage once more. Aizu, but everyone will fall back for the meantime as they realize, okay, probably we need more backup in here. But in the top lane, we can see Michelle taking that turret very much easily because of the DPS that this Kimi has as well.
We do see item spikes coming in from Harley and Cho right there. Cho has the Endless Battle. Lightning Truncheon coming out from Harley.
Oh,
and
Ivy.
The turtle buff.
An off-com kill, but in the middle lane, we can see in here at the range, Lu actually doing so much damage against that Kufra. But meanwhile, in the top lane, Michelle just happily defending the turret against Leomard.
Gonna quickly rotate towards her own team. 2 versus 2 right here. Cho might be getting
oh man, there you go, a flicker out. But will they try to get Maddie in here? Maddie with a knock-up, but then again, a lot of crowd control being put up in here against the blue side. But Joy is finding the right target. No less than 30% HP yet. She will be punished instead. And Galen will try to fall back as there are no more members from her side.
A great wall. A great wall has come out from Grok that destroyed their composition. They were trying to go in the Minotaur, but Minotaur was stuck in the wall, and there's no follow-up coming out from Grumpy right there.
Yes, and there you go. They want to get this Tier 1 turret onto the middle lane now, as the blue team is actually not in the position to make a defense on that at all. I mean, they gotta give that away instead of them giving kills as well.
That's true. I would say they would try to make a stand here on the turtle, but it looks like it's too quick.
Look how easy it is. Like, you
Yeah.
got the DPS plus you got the
Plus
retribution.
you have 2 retribution.
Yeah, and that will actually make you worry. But on the top lane, we can see in here a 3-man gank on that True.
They
Getting
ought to
Ivy
push,
off guard, yeah.
They will try to push the top lane, but look at Bren Victress right here, trying to...
Oh, 1-man knock up with that Minoan Fury, and this is no damage
They're
at all
trying to
so
defend.
far with this.
They're trying to defend bot lane, but unfortunately unfortunately for Bren Victress, they can't seem to pop through bottom. But they did get through, for Grumpy, they did get through the first tier tower on the top side.
What we can see in here, there are really good Minoan Furies by the Minotaur, but sometimes when she does that Minoan Fury, the backup is lacking. Like what happened in the turtle lane a while ago, there was, I think, a 3 or 4-man knockup, but there was no one behind him to deal the damage. And what we saw just a while ago in the bottom lane part of the map, we're in a 1-man knock-up against the Kimmy, but unfortunately Gord was way too far away. But it's not the Gord's fault. It's actually, I think, the tanks of the red team doing so well. But in here, we can see a fight ongoing once more. There you go, mega kill going for the Guinevere. They're actually still forcing to fight, trying to get Lu. But unfortunately, a range mage that we have in here will be able to back away.
And 1 kill coming out from Grumpy, but loses tower on the top side. Bren Victress having 4 towers to 2. Grumpy losing out. They have a 2-tower deficit, and in terms of the goal advantage, they're losing 4k. So, but team fights right here, they are trying to make it up with team fights. They're getting kills on their side, but does that mean anything? Having a lot of kills, but you're losing in terms of the objective.
Yes, well, kills, it just says your potential on the clashes and the team fights, and your ability to pick off those overextending heroes.
We're looking at the goal advantage right here. Just a lot of gold on, a lot more gold for Bren Victress. So the Philippine girl squad, Philippine female squad, doing a lot for their country.
Yes, but you can see in here, although the blue team actually has a lesser number of turrets, they have the ability to, they're not scared about going onto the reverse side. They're actually in there trying to contest the area, although they are lacking in terms of turrets. And I think I like that confidence that they have in here, like trying to attempt to go for a pick of fight against someone overextending, just like what Ivy is doing. But I think what they are forgetting are the other parts of the map. Wherein, look at that bottom lane.
Alright, a big push coming in from Bren Victress on the bottom side, but Grumpy ought to go for the Lord.
Will this be worth it, Joyce?
This doesn't mean anything if they got the Lord, if the game is ended. And they're going through, but they don't have any creeps.
They have to back away as soon as possible, because Bren Esports Victress is now right onto the base. In here, they got the damage so far, still trying to defend, but unfortunately, it is gonna be Bren Esports winning our round 1 match.
Amazing gameplay from Bren Victress. They kind of just saw the opportunity to just push because they knew that they're not there, and they saw somebody on the Lord side. And they just went for it. That was really quick and clean. 13 minutes victory coming out from Bren Victress.
Oh, what just happened? I think it was Team Grumpy being very confident about getting that Lord as fast as they can. But here's the thing: when you don't have a retribution, you don't have DPS swords.
Yeah, you don't have a marksman. They kind of have like a bursty kind of team, 5D composition.
Tanky and bursty, and the DPS is lacking, and at the same time retribution. Probably they could have just helped the Leomar defend the base, but anyway, look at that. It's actually a comeback considering the kill score point.
It's a missed opportunity actually, and surprisingly very little kill count. It's only like 9 deaths in the game.
Well, lesson learned probably from the round 1 match. And then again, this is a best of 2 match, round robin, double round robin setup.
We're gonna have another match. It's gonna be round 2. So
just mage user is actually Lu, and giving this Harith for her might be a little bit of trouble, unless probably they try to counter this out, or they probably take away the tank support heroes that can assist this Minotaur. Probably that could be a Minotaur. So I think the red team has to take away that Minotaur that could assist.
That-
Oh, there you go.
Very good prediction right there. Minotaur getting taken. I was about to say Mincetar because I do check out the stats previously. They do play a lot of Mincetar as well, so it could be a very good counter for Harith. But let's see. I mean, Lunox is pretty good mage pick. We do see Cloud being taken along with the Leomar top picks. So yeah, just no surprise.
Yeah, secure of the damage dealer so far for Bren Esports Victress. They're gonna leave the last 2 slots for the tank support, but banning out a lot of tank supports from the draft that we have so far. What are the sustainable tank support that we have? We got Polaric, we got Akai.
That's fine.
Johnson might appear and Lolita.
Johnson is kind of like a situational tank heroes, but the more normal ones, the meta picks will be like Akai, Minotaur. So they're gonna pick out all the tanks, and later on they might want to ban out another tank. So they will be struggling with their tank picks, and they will have to pick like Balmon or something.
Or Tigreal.
Tigreal's pretty good. And Carry being taken out because they got the Cloud already. So taking out Carry will force them to not have a marksman in this game.
Or probably go for the Granger that is situational.
It's actually good. Granger is really good.
I think Granger is good when you got an overall good composition, but you know, alone as a marksman, it's not yet that comparable to the Claude as well as the Kimi, as well as the Carry. But okay, a DK ban in here, really removing all sorts of
support utility coming out because they already got so much. They have Harry to jump around Leomon as well.
Okay, looking at so far in terms of crowd control source for the side of the red team, Team Grumpy. But okay, what's lacking? Definitely a tank support.
I'm liking what they're picking right now, getting a Cho and a Lolita. Lolita is pretty good against Lunox if you know, she goes crazy with the ultimate. But that's about it. There's no other projectiles coming in from maybe the Gwynny will Psycho Ball, but
Psycho Ball.
Psycho Ball. But yeah, so far Lolita I don't see because Grog is banned, Minotaur is banned, Akai and Minotaur is being picked up. But I do like what's coming out from Bren Victress right here, and I do like what Grumpy is doing as well. They're picking up a good mage, they're picking up 2 great tanks, they have a Guinevere as a fighter mage, and they're lacking.
And I think for as long as you give the damage or the farm, the jungles, that Lunox, you know, she can be deadly. With the source of protection that she has in the form of the Minotaur as well as the Akai, she can just totally just free hit from the back line or anywhere else. But yeah, there you go. Team Grumpy going for a no marksman composition once more.
Yet again. They could have just gone for maybe a more chill marksman pick. Like even Clint would work.
Granger or Hanabi would work for, you know.
But you know, having this kind of composition, it gives you a lot of early game. But yet again, one retribution this time around.
Finally.
On the Lunox. Finally. They learned their lesson on the first game.
Yes, indeed. We can see Ivy having a Purify.
Yeah, 2 Purifies coming out from Leomon and Cloud. A little bit of the defensive spell for themselves because they do know Grumpy is they really love their team fights.
Yes, definitely. There's no stopping, it seems, for the Claude as well as the Leomard having that Purify. As well as, look at that, they got this emblem where that will allow them to farm very, very fast.
That's true.
But then again, I think there is a potential for both of the teams. I think for as long as Team Grumpy tries to end up the game as early as possible as they can win this.
That's true. And now we have the game 2 of Bren Victress versus Grumpy, Philippines versus Singapore. Game 2. Who's it gonna be?
Who is gonna be? But for the meantime, quick rundown of the teams and heroes that they have picked in here for Lou, or for the side of Bren Esports, we got Lou on the Harith, Michelle for the Leomard, Ivy for the Claude, Maddie on the Lolita, and Aizu for the Chu.
And for Grumpy's side, Singapore, we have Minotaur, Akai, Guinevere, Lunox, and Tamus, played by Esloff, Joy, Holly, Min, Bitgallen, and Joy.
Asphalok.
Esloff.
There you go. For the Minotaur, but
that's a really weird name, but I do respect the name.
Yes,
I do respect the name. Good place, good place.
Still aggressive plays in here being done by Bren Esports. This is their strategy, even in the game 1. They try to starve out as early as they can all of them, even the minion waves, even the neutral monsters, away from the jungle area of Team Grumpy. And I think Team Grumpy could have afforded to, do a counter jungle or probably try to deny that counter jungle that Bren Esports actually is doing.
But they prefer to start out a little bit standard, but they do have a slight goal advantage right here. They just started off standard, get their buffs, get their money crab, and just go for their laning. Just standard. They don't want to make any risky plays or learning from the first game, because they know that Bren is going to be very aggressive. Maybe they're just trying to hold up and have that defensive position.
Yes, Wizard Boots definitely gonna help them out in terms of farming as fast as they can. Definitely, but we got a team fight.
We got a team fight right here. Guinea, we're trying to get the XC kill. Ooh, the ball misses, and Chow did get away from that. 2 minutes in. Turtle is on right now. There's an option for Grumpy to go for the turtle.
Yes, it seems like they got the positioning here. They just have to try to pressure a little bit more. This Leomard onto the top line. We got a rotation incoming.
Rotation coming in. 4-man versus 1. Leomard will be alone with his horse. Does he even have the horse? He does have it, but no chance at all. The horse passes by, and there you go. He goes down. Turtle on the table for Grumpy right now.
Yes, but of course a vision being provided onto one member of the side of Bren Esports. Will they continue?
They're a little bit afraid right here. No level 4 coming in from...
they initiated the fight.
Ooh, nice ultimate coming in from Guinevere right there. But it looks like they're losing out of the team fight. Look at that Harif just jumping around, doing a lot of damage. Lunox did get the turtle for himself. Wow.
I thought she's going to get the triple kill, but it's okay. It is a kill secure in favor of Bren Esports onto that fight.
That Harif pick really paid off really well for Bren Victress, and they just took it. I kind of missed who got the turtle earlier. I think I saw Lunox took the turtle, so it's turtle taken from Grumpy's side.
Red side, but then again, happily farming onto the bottom lane part of the map is actually that Claude. But meanwhile, a turret has been secured by Bren Esports pretty much easily onto the top lane. Well, although they do not have the DPS source from the top lane a while ago, them getting online with those kills from the turtle fight a while ago allowed them to have this Harith being onto the hands of Lu go online, and that is something.
Grumpy, despite having that team fighting composition, kind of loses out when Harith just arrives into the team fight, especially they lost the turtle earlier. Now Bren Victress, they got the top lane advantage, and now because Turtle is going to be spawned on the bottom lane, they might be rotating.
They're trying to bully this Leomard so much. Like a while ago, she was on the top lane, got bullied by 4 members from Team Grumpy, and this time she went onto the bottom lane part of the map. But hey, wherever you go, Leomard, we're going to go onto which side you are.
Lucky for him, he does have the Purify, tries to get away, tries to defend this bottom turret. Tries to go in, but no engage coming in.
Backup incoming.
But backup incoming. Oh, Lolita charges the ultimate, but hits 2 players right there. Look at that killing spree coming out from that Harif Low, doing a good job, trying to take out that Akai. Double kill goes through. 5-2, 4 minutes in. Bren Victress having that advantage for themselves, and they will be going for the turret.
Yes, and apart from that, the position is very good right now because the turtle has just woken up onto the side of the map, which they just contested. You know what? This is a good thing when you know the timers are in this game, Mobile Legends Back, and actually in any other MOBA games, wherein you must know when the turtle's gonna go up or when your opponent's buff is gonna go up after it dies.
They take them out at the right time, took the turret, and get a turtle for themselves. That's a huge boost for their gold. It's 13,000 versus 11,000 right now, and looks like they're going out for more. Cloud, a little bit aggressive on that Minotaur. Minotaur, it looks like he tries to go in. Oh, misses the ultimate. Harif tries to use his ultimate in return, but look at the Guinevere, and Gay shutdown comes out. Double kill from that Lunox. 4 players took down 2 on Bren Victress, and looks like it's a comeback for the Singaporean squad. Lolita!
There you go with the ultimate!
And there you go, Lolita tries to defend it, but has to flicker away. 4 members of Grumpy just take it and double down on that middle lane turret. Leomard trying to fight the Tamos on the bottom side of the map, just nothing will amount to that.
You can see Lunox getting the damage that she wants already. Like even actually, if this is just a level 1 or level 2 Lunox, she hurts already.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, especially if you're a squishy target, or maybe even if you're a tank, I mean that first kill is already hurtful as, when you get hit. So
I do
What
agree.
more with this Lunox having the items that she
Lunox
needs?
and Guinevere, really good, good thinking coming in from the ladies from Singapore, and good play coming out from Guinevere as well. Keep constantly locking
Oh, there you
two,
go,
three
okay.
people. There goes the Harif ultimate, but he gets locked down.
Oh,
Guinevere has
good
to jump
targeting.
away. Harif, look at that gameplay coming out from Bren Victress right there. Just takes out the competition. They're trying to take the turret for themselves, but you know what? Get out of my turret.
You can see in here, oh, Isa being a little bit aggressive on that part of the map. But you can see in here, one thing you will notice in here, on the side of Bren Esports Victress, is that Harith is always on a babysit mode.
And
like,
it's pretty good position coming out from Harith. Only died once in the
There you
game.
go.
Oh, there you go. Just dominating the team fight right here.
yes, indeed. Like, she got the Lolita always with her. And oh, there you go, Minnow and Fury, fight
Oh.
ongoing.
Nice ultimate from nice Minnow and Fury from the Minotaur. Only got one player, but that doesn't stop Bren Victress from taking the turtle. They did not, open up the map and trying to take any advantage for themselves. It was like a defensive type of fight right there.
And the Claw doesn't really mind for as long as, she doesn't have any contribution in terms of the team fights in here. But her work is more of that of a lane pusher. But later on, she'll be joining fight just like what is happening now.
Right here, Minnow.
Oh.
Oh, Minnow has to flicker away. Will that work?
Oh,
No! Nice ultimate coming out. But will he
Defensive
get
move.
away? Look at that Harry just
Unfortunately.
killing. Another killing spree yet again for low. Lolita charges up but did not connect the ultimate on any Grumpy members. But it looks like the rotations are still aggressive on Bren Victress. They're going for the buff. They're trying to push up the top lane. Mid lane is coming in as well. Tamus will be trying to handle that. But meanwhile, Leomont just pushing and shoving down the bottom side of the map.
You can see in here, Bren Esports is actually always would respect the jungles.
That's right.
Like just like the emblems that they would secure, as well as the spells that they would secure, the retribution, and of course picking up a composition that will manage to clear waves
nice
faster.
knockup coming in from Guinevere. It looks like it's going to be a comeback right here. Harry has been shut down and Mega Kill goes through for the Lunox. And now what's going on for Bren Victress? They have been shut down by Cloud, just taking the turret on the top side of the map. 9-7.
Oh, very
9
fast.
minutes in. 4 turrets being taken by Bren Victress. They got shut down, but does that matter? They got the objectives
Yes.
for themselves. They secured it. They had a little bit of misstep, got caught by Grumpy, but you know what? They can't really push it back to them. They can't really shove the creeps back.
The thing here, I think for Grumpy, they have to, they got the capability to go and win some clashes, but unfortunately, I think they got to take this chance. We're in the Claude
Alright.
overextending, but
Purify goes through. Leomont, a lot of damage coming out. Minotaur, good stop from Grumpy, but that's all for the crowd control. Akai is still there, but it is a defensive ultimate.
Oh.
Lunox trying to get out. He does not have the brilliance just yet. Whoa! Not survive that. Shutdown goes through for the Leomont. This team fight is just back and forth, back and forth.
yes, indeed.
And we'll see who makes the most mistakes, and looks like it's going to be a Lord for Bren Victress.
Someone's watching over the window. But yeah, let's take a look in here. Minion waves clear are doing so well so far under the middle lane part of the map, wherein so far it is in the hands of Bren Esports. They will secure the Lord. There was no chance for the Thams to actually try to steal that. It's going to be very dangerous as well.
That's
because
right.
there were 4 members from the side of Bren Esports. So in case you try to attempt to steal that, you're going to give the Lord. Plus at the same time, you're going to give yourself.
That's right. And Cloud is just happily farming all the time at the top side of the map. He took 2 towers down himself. He has the ultimate to clear the wave, and if any team fights and if any 4-man rotations are being done on the bottom side of the map, Cloud can just clear
Whoa.
the mid lane. Just a lot of gold on his pocket right now.
Almost a 10k, pretty much near on that part, on that difference. You can see in here, Claude even getting that Athena shield.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
Keep it
because
safe. keep it going. Has the golden star for the damage. He's ready for the late game.
Yes, definitely. You know, the Claw doesn't really mind not getting much kills, for as long as she works on pushing the lanes, because she's mostly doing solo. So she definitely would need that Athena shield to at least give some safety for her. But now the Lord is on the top, and they're actually pressuring all of the lanes at the moment. Happy death time for Team Grumpy this time.
They're trying to rotate towards the mid lane after taking the bottom side, turret for themselves. Bren Victress making that aggressive play. Lord is already not here, but they're still trying to clear the waves as fast as possible, showering creeps in 3 lanes at the same time, so they can force Grumpy to choose which lane to defend.
Oh my goodness, the mid lane turret is about to fall down for as long as...
taking it in, slowly chipping away the turret HP. They're just rotating and waiting for the next Lord. So they're able to do that once again.
Yes, but I think though, still there's a hope for Grumpy in here. For as long as probably Lunox gets a free hit against the squishy targets from the side of Bren Esports, they have a potential to still make a comeback on this fight.
Yeah, they have to land, in terms of the Minotaur, have to land a perfect ultimate for Team Grumpy to follow up, and this is the moment they have to fight this, and they have to win this fight if they want to have a chance at all of coming back in this game. 12 minutes in, 11-7. 38,000 gold, 29,000 gold. Grumpy making a stand. Minoan Fury is available. Let's see whether Asfalov will be making that play, but Bren Victress just respecting that and backing off really quickly.
Yes, because they can't just go way too aggressive, even though they got the lead.
Turn the game around.
Yes, it could potentially turn the game around. But meantime, what they have actually done is to clear all of the waves on the top, because primarily this would be their next target.
Yes.
If not the Lord, they got to gain control in such a way that when the time goes wherein they got a Lord already, at least the flow of all the minion waves are there.
That's true. And now what Grumpy's got to do is just, well, like you said, they have to shove, they have to clear the creeps as fast as possible so they don't have to deal with the creeps when Lord is available. And it is preferable for Grumpy to just take them out before Lord spawns, so they're able to make a sort of a comeback after they take maybe they catch 1 or 2 players off.
We got one member from the side of Bren Esports on level 15 already, and no one is like that yet onto the side of Grumpy. So damage wise, you can see there's so much harassment that this Bren Esports team can do, and they're focusing on the turret right now.
And they're focusing on the turret. Akai tries to push in Chao and then gets a kick on, but look at that knockup! And the ultimate from Lolita, that was a clean team fight. But the Minoan Fury tries to counter, but it did not change anything. Bren Victress will focus on the turret in Philippines.
And there you go, a 2-0 score on this best of 2. Best of 2 double round robin match. 3 points will go to the side of Bren Esports. Meanwhile, 0 point for Grumpy. But that's okay because we still have a lot of match that's going to happen for today. Meanwhile,
that Harif pick really paid off for them, and I felt like Grumpy was just they kind of missed it because they were focused on banning out the Kimi, and just Harif just slipped right through to its Bren Victress pocket.
This is the problem, like when you give a very comfortable hero to your opponent, and Lu actually her best pick is the Lunox, and that's one of the things that you have to study as a professional player. Like, okay, we have to know what are the comfort picks of this player or this team. But then again, overall, I think it did pay off for the rotations and the strategy that Bren Esports pulled off for in. Okay, we know that the Claude is a marksman. Sometimes you would think, okay, the marksman would deal all of the kills, all of the damage, but then again, they just used the Claude to actually push the turrets.
Yeah. Claude is like a fail-safe. If in case your early game doesn't work, Claude's job is to just farm up, get the gold, get the items, and do damage, while the tank just trying to soak up the damage as fast as possible in case you're losing.